Hello everybody, Jordan here. The PH is silent. Eberron Rising from the Last War is out, and if you're interested in Eberron, it is the book to get for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. Previously released, there was a PDF, Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron, but Rising from the Last War has more campaign options for a DM. So I'm picking up where I left off in my series of Eberron lore. My last Eberron video was about the religious faction, the Sovereign Host, and so today I'm going to talk about the Church of the Silver Flame. I use a lot of information from previously released Eberron campaign books, and if you're interested, there is a list of my sources in the description of this video. I'll put a link in the description as well as in the top right corner to my Eberron playlist if you want more information. As always, your support on Patreon keeps these videos going. Thanks so much. Let's dive in. The Church of the Silver Flame revolves around the concept of the Silver Flame. It's different from other Forgotten Realms clerical understandings. In Faerun, you pray or worship a deity, and in return you are granted spells and abilities that reflect that god's will. The Silver Flame isn't a deity, it's a divine aspect of Eberron. Legend says around 100,000 years ago, great demons from Kyber, the dragon below, walked Eberron and were attempting to destroy the world. They were known as the Overlords. In retaliation, divine creatures known as the Coatl allied with the dragons of Eberron to drive these forces back to Kyber to destroy them outright. The Coatl soon realized they were not able to destroy these demon overlords, but perhaps they could trap them. Sacrificing their lives, their immortal essence, the Coatl formed the Silver Flame that bound the demons for hopefully all time. The Silver Flame is a powerful force of good that keeps the children of Kyber, the demons and filth of the world, at bay. Their sacrifice ended the age of demons. In Khorvaire, this divine essence is known as the Silver Flame, but other locations it goes by different names. Although the Silver Flame has existed for centuries, it was relatively unknown to the nations of Khorvaire. It is believed that the Silver Flame was too pure for flawed humanity to hear its call of righteous good. The Silver Flame had no connection to people, until the coming of Tira Miron. In 299 YK, a massive and unexplained volcanic eruption released a demon lord and its minions. Tira Miron had devoted her entire life to being a righteous warrior of honor and sacrifice. It was in her that the Silver Flame found a vessel to communicate to the rest of humanity. Guided by the Silver Flame, she fought the demon lord that had escaped its bond and was terrorizing Thrain. Tira rallied the people of Thrain, and together they drove the demons back to the mountain from whence they arrived. Now back in Kyber, Tira sacrificed herself much like the Coatl, and her soul merged with the Silver Flame. She became the voice of the Silver Flame, the intermediary between humanity and the divine. The power of the Silver Flame in Tira's sacrifice sealed the demon lord and his minions back in Kyber. It was this event that started the Church of the Silver Flame, which spread out across Thrain and Khorvaire. Many think of the Silver Flame as a celestial force of noble spirits. One does not pray to the Silver Flame, there are no rituals needed to appease it. Its goal is to banish evil from the world. Those who follow the Silver Flame are asked to take up that task. You might literally go out and fight the children of Kyber, stop undead abominations or evil magical beasts, or you may live a good life, helping others, fighting corruption and greed. Both are smiled upon in the eyes of the Church of the Silver Flame. Those who seek to defend the innocent from evil can draw on the power of the flame. One of its callings is to bring others into the light. The more that see the Silver Flame and follow its righteous path can aid in preventing evil, bringing the Silver Flame closer to its goal of removing evil from Eberron, or perhaps the universe itself. It is a belief that the world can only be made perfect by the Silver Flame. There is an acknowledgement and respect for the other religions of Eberron. After all, the Silver Flame did not create the world. It didn't come into existence until after Eberron was formed. The arrogance of those who follow the Church of the Silver Flame is that its existence is the only thing that will eventually save Eberron from evil. Although it's not the first god, it will be the last. The hierarchy of the church is strict. Orders come from the top and filter down, believing to come from the voice of the Silver Flame itself. Thus, that is the highest position, Tira Miron, and the voice itself that directs the church, the connection humanity needs to follow the Silver Flame. Underneath the voice is the Keeper of the Flame. They serve as an intermediary between the voice and the cardinals under the Keeper. Currently, the Keeper of the Flame is an 11-year-old girl named Jayla Duran. She is the spiritual leader of the Church of the Silver Flame and lives in the Cathedral of the Silver Flame in the city of Flamekeep. Jayla was the daughter of a craftsman in Flamekeep, and by the age of 4 had the ability to predict catastrophic events through dreams and nightmares. Her father, unsure of her abilities, contacted one of the cardinals of the Silver Flame. They tested her, and when brought before the Silver Flame itself, it warned her of a cult of the Lords of Dust that was operating within Flamekeep. This information allowed Knights of Thrain to seek out and stop the cult before it could do any real damage. Because of her connection with the Silver Flame, she was appointed Keeper of the Flame at 6 years old. More on the Lords of Dust in a future video, but for now understand that they're kind of an anti-Silver Flame and hope to release the demons imprisoned in Kyber. Under the Keeper of the Flame, there are cardinals and other parts of the church, both militant and ministerial. Warriors, paladins, clerics, priests, and bishops all have their role to play in the Church of the Silver Flame. A cleric of the Silver Flame rarely, if ever, raises the dead. Spells such as resurrection are considered taboo, for when someone dies on Eberron, it is believed that their soul, their spark, goes into the Silver Flame, becoming one with it and granting peace and bliss. This act is also believed to strengthen the flame. To bring someone back from the dead would weaken the flame and remove that peace the soul has found in the afterlife. A creature is only brought back from death under dire circumstances when they would be able to do more good on Eberron for the Silver Flame than remain in the afterlife. Enemies of the Church of the Silver Flame are organizations like the Lords of Dust and the Order of the Emerald Claw that creates undead creatures. Other evil organizations like the Blood of Vul, the Cults of the Dragon Below, and the Dark Six are no friend to the Silver Flame either. All is not perfect within the Church of the Silver Flame. There are some that believe a shadow exists in the flame, a potent demon overlord that lacks the power of a god but can influence a believer nonetheless. Whether this shadow exists and influences followers is unknown, but what is known is the way that some officials of the church will use questionable acts to push the overall agenda of a better world. The Silver Flame is a different and fascinating take on spirituality for RPGs, devoted to the divine process of good, the flame that will cleanse the world of evil. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below. Let me know what kind of Eberron game you're running. Share this video with a friend and subscribe and ring the bell icon for more. I'll see you all next week with another video on D&D lore.